This is Guy speaking. This is the fifth video demo of the Templeton Apis platform. Again, it will be very informal and uh, very brief as well. If we scroll down here on the left-hand side navigation, you can see that we have the emerging markets here. We click on it, it drops down, and then it lists the emerging market countries that we are tracking information on. You can receive daily reports on any of these countries. Okay. And the numbers in brackets after each country show the total number of companies within that country that we're tracking information on. So the major ones you can see in China, we're tracking 2,265. And if we drop down to, let's say, down to Russia, we are tracking 1,533 companies there. 133 in Saudi Arabia, 455 in South Korea. And in India, we have 472. So just as a quick example, let's have a look at China. Okay, so if we click on China, the page will refresh and it will have all of the most recent news where there's anything to do with China mentioned with the most recent news article up at the top. And under each headline, you'll have the source, the date, the time, and the percentage relevance as to how relevant the article is to the subject, which in this case is China. So this top news article up here is not so much about China. So if we scroll down here, drop down to Yellen to meet US allies during IMF World Bank meetings, pressure China on growth. Anything above 70%, the percentage rating shows in red. Obviously, these are the ones that you'd be more likely to read and to look out for. As before, this account's been switched on for all four languages. If you wanted to remove the Russian ones, you could either do that on the settings page or you can do it on each page by just unticking the boxes of the languages that you do not need. So, as I said, we're looking at all news articles to do with China. Email subs here, you click on that. This is where you switch yourself on for a daily email. For the daily email on China, I'd recommend probably minimum relevance of 70% for the news articles. So you'd put a little tick in the daily box, change the minimum relevance to 70, press the submit button, and you'd then receive a daily China report. If I click on the companies and entities for China, the page will refresh and it will show you a list of the Chinese companies that we're tracking information on, with them going alphabetically across and down. And there is a red logo when there's been a news article within the last 24 hours. So just having a quick look at that. This is these are the companies that we're tracking information on in China. And we could keep on scrolling and scrolling, but you can see we're now getting down to the letter C. But it just shows you how thorough it is. And if we just have a look across here now as well, you'll see that under China now, the companies are broken down by sector. So you can see that we're tracking 12 companies involved with aerospace and defense in China. Looking down a bit further, energy 385, mining and metals 313. Go back up, financials 235. So you get a list of the Chinese mining companies or energy or whatever it is there. So again, this is done throughout all of the different emerging market countries that we have here as well. We won't have a look now, but you can see we also have the top 100 links for each of the emerging market countries as well. So you'd have the top 50 companies and the top 50 individuals that have been mentioned with anything to do with China across the whole of our platform. Look at that in your spare time. What we'll do though now is we will have a look at Russia, just as the other emerging market country that we're tracking. To be honest, I'm not really too keen on the phrase emerging markets, but there we go. Page refreshes, and here we have all of the most recent news where Russia is mentioned coming up. There we go. Most recent news article up at the top. Again, if you wanted to remove the Russian language articles, you just untick the Rus button there. So here we go. Do that. Page refreshes, and those Russian language articles have now disappeared, and we've just got the German, French, and the English. Email subs again, top 100 links, as you can see in the companies and entities. If we click on the companies and entities, this is where you get a full list of all of the companies in Russia that we're tracking information on. That's across all sectors as well. So, if we scroll down here, these are just the companies beginning with the letter A. Now moving on to companies with the letter B. If we look over here on the left-hand side navigation, you can see that Russia's now been broken down by sector as well. So of the 153 companies, Russian companies we're tracking information on, if you look down on the energy side of things, we have 261. Going down to mining and metals, we have 136. Intelligence and security, 10, and so on. Okay, healthcare and pharmaceutical, 48. So again, really, really comprehensive coverage of the emerging market countries that we have here. Okay, we'll bring this video demo to a close, and the next one will be on, I believe it'll be on strategic intelligence.